Welcome to the next episode of Bolt Action Tactica. This week we're going to talk about sniper teams. As you know, this is just aimed at beginners who have not played before or have only played a couple of games, and hopefully it will give you some insight into the use of snipers. So first, you can have a regular or veteran sniper team, 50 points for regular, 65 points for veteran. And it's a team, so it's a two-man team and the high-powered sniper rifle. You may add a spotter for an additional 10 points. And you come with a couple of special rules. You have the team special rule and a sniper special rule. Now, although it doesn't list it in the options, they actually have another special rule called a forward deploy, which I'll cover in a bit. So first off, let's have a look at the team special rule. It's on page 73 of the rulebook. Now, the team special rule basically means that it's a team of two men for a sniper, and if they lose one model, then they will have a penalty of -1, and that's be a penalty because they've lost one of the crew, because the extra guy carries ammunition, etc. around. So once that's gone, you're down to one man, and it's a permanent. Basically, it's a permanent pin on him. Now, unlike mortar teams, it's not fixed. So because it's not fixed, they can actually still shoot in any direction they like. Next up, we'll look at the sniper special rule. Now, the sniper special rule means that the guys are armed with a sniper rifle. Now, it's just a normal rifle, but the range is increased to 36 inches. However, if the target you're shooting at is within 12 inches, then the shot automatically misses. So if you're shooting a sniper rifle, you can only shoot at a target between 12 and 36 inches away. You can't use the sniper rifle for any target that's within 12 inches of you. The sniper rifle also ignores negative hit modifiers, except for pins, and obviously if you've lost your assistant, you're on a permanent pin. Ignores the gun shield and extra protection rules, and the good thing about a sniper is if you roll to hit and damage, it always counts as exceptional. So if you shoot at a mortar team and you hit and you manage to kill the model, then you actually remove the whole team. Same for a machine gun team. If you shoot the gunner on a machine gun team, the machine gun team is removed from play. And this doesn't work for artillery pieces. You just shoot off a member of the crew, and the same with troop choices. You'll shoot and you'll take off a member of the squad. Now you get the choice, so you can take out a special weapon in the squad, or you can take out the NCO in the squad. Your choice is yours. It's as if you roll a 6 and then you roll a 6 again. Exceptional damage. Next up, we're going to talk about forward deploy. Now, this is a special rule that snipers and observers get. Basically, what it means is when you set up the game, before you start play, you can forward deploy your sniper up to halfway onto the table, anywhere you like. You'll look at the pictures here. There's some places to set up. Some are good, some are not so good, depending on what your opponent has in their army. I do not recommend setting any snipers up in buildings if your opponent has any HE weapons, as in mortar teams, howitzers, even tank tank main guns can fire HE. HE is really bad if you're inside the building. You're better off being behind a hedge or a wall. Also, we have to be very careful with the forward deploy in rules. If you want to forward deploy, a lot of scenarios tell you to split your army up into a first and second wave, and the first wave goes onto the table and the second wave is kept in reserve. If you put your sniper into the second wave reserves, they can't use the forward deploy rule. They don't come on the first turn, they come on as reserves with everything else. Also, if you're playing scenario 5, you can't forward deploy at all. Scenario 5 top secret. The setup rules are no units are set up on the table at the start of the game. All units on both sides are left in reserve. Because everything is in reserve, it means you can't forward deploy. Just something to remember with snipers. Setting up your sniper at the start. Now, I've mentioned before that snipers, the range of the rifle is 12 inches to 36 inches. Now, I've seen a lot of people, I'm guilty of it myself, when I first started playing. I thought, yeah, I can forward deploy up to 24 inches up halfway across the table. I'll stick my sniper in that building there halfway across the table. Not really a good idea. Remember that any unit within 12 inches of you, you can't use the sniper rule on. So if you deploy your sniper team in a building in the middle of the table, that means you've got 12 inches before you can start shooting, and then 12 inches to your enemy table edge. You've took out half the range that you can use your sniper weapon on. The best place to deploy the sniper is a third, 12 inches onto the table, roughly. Anywhere along the line, around there. It doesn't matter whereabout you put it. If you can put him behind a wall, great. Put him behind the hedge, great. They'll both provide cover. Bombed out building, yeah, still gives you some cover. Putting it inside the building, as I said, is not really a good idea because it becomes susceptible to enemy HE. Something we'll go on in a later episode. By putting them on 12 inches onto the table, it gives you your 12 inches to the center line of the table, but then the 12 to the 36 inch range of the weapon is in your enemy's half of the table. A secondary benefit of being deployed within the first 12 inches of your table edge is you're putting your sniper team at long range or even outer range of the enemy. Now, we make use of cover as well. We put them behind a hedge, or better still, behind a wall that's within 12 inches of your table edge. You're making it almost impossible for the enemy to hit you. What I mean by that is, as a small team, it's +1 to hit. At long range, it's an additional +1 to hit. Behind a hedge, soft cover, it's an additional +1 to hit. That means it's a 6 to hit you. If you're behind a wall, that's a +2 to hit. So that means it's a 7. So you have to roll a 6 and a 6 just to hit you. Sniper target priority. Now this is mainly down to the individual and how your game is going. But as a rule of thumb, I'd say first priority targets are to take out teams. A sniper can take out a machine gun team, mortar team. It's possible to one-shot a team. You can go after your opponent's HQ. Or remember though that if they've got a single man HQ or a 2-man HQ, they'll still be harder to hit because they will still get the small unit bonus to hit. So although you can ignore terrain, it's still going to be harder to hit. So I wouldn't bother with HQ or a medic unless you really feel like you have to take them out because they're buffing other units. I wouldn't bother with them. Your priority at first should be teams. You could go for troop choices, go for the squads to try and take out some prominent weapons. If your opponent's got an engineer squad and it's within range, it's worth having a shot to try and take out the flamethrower. Because if it gets close, complete nightmare. Again, if there's a squad and it's got an LMG and you're coming under fire from it, then it's worth having a go to try and take out the LMG. Because remember, you have the sniper rule, you have the exceptional damage rule, which means that you can choose the target. So if you shoot at a squad, you hit and you kill one, you can say, take the LMG out, and the LMG's gone for the game. So that's my thoughts on target priority. If you manage to get a good shot off and you take out a team, then you've got your points back for your sniper already. Is it worthwhile going after the HQ because it's got a couple of squads by the HQ with 3 or 4 pins on them? You can take out the HQ with a lucky shot, and then he's not buffing the squads when they're taking their order test by not giving them the +1 to the order dice rolls. It's entirely up to you. You'll learn as you play what you think is a good target to go for. But as I say, for me, priority is teams, then special weapons in squads, i.e. LMGs, flamethrowers. You can even go for the NCO if you want. Bit pointless shooting against Germans because they get to roll a 4 up and somebody else takes the place as the NCO. So it's not really worth going for the NCO. Even if they've got assault rifles, if you've got a couple of assault rifles, take an assault rifle out. So that's it, guys. That's just a quick overview of snipers. Hope you found some of it useful.
Thanks for watching. If you like what you see and you want to see more, then please hit the subscribe button. If you want to be really, really good and you want to support the channel, then please click on the link and support me through Patreon. Thanks again.